Welcome everybody back for some more Minecraft on the channel. We're back sort of doing a castle episode again today. Today is going to be more of a concept of designs and sort of going into how I'm doing things. As you can see, I have poked a bunch of holes into all of the walls, and basically the plan, as you can see all the way around, is to try and do the put the moss in and the cracked stone and all that stuff, but I wanted to do it at random points. And the best way I thought to do that is to quite literally break the wall on the inside and the outside and slowly but surely kind of rotate between all of the blocks. So if I do kind of something like this, it will give me a random block per thing. That's not going to work. So I have to be very careful how I place them all, but basically the idea of doing something like this is that you're left with a series of blocks. I have no idea where I've put the other thing. So you're always cycling through. I might just do it so it's kind of like mossy than that, so it's very completely random like this. So the whole point is that it changes per... Okay, I don't know where the dirt block came from. Definitely don't want that in there. But yeah, the idea is it's going to be random to whatever block I place. Obviously, I need to be a lot more careful with certain things. And I just want to make it so that it's not all kind of uniform and everything will be completely a kind of mystery as to what I'm going to be placing as I sort of traverse the wall. But I'm trying not to double place, but I keep double placing anyway. But this is kind of the method of what I'm going to do. I've seen this building sort of style done before. It's kind of a good way to kind of get randomized blocks. As you can see, I'm just cycling through the inventory and I've just placed and broken random blocks in the wall and slowly going back and backfilling them, adding little bits of detail and stuff as it goes along. Obviously every single block is completely random, so it's not like really choosing the block itself. I'm just randomly placing them in the wall. But yeah, that's basically how I'm doing this, and hopefully it turns out okay. And obviously I'm misplacing a bunch, but I'm just using the scroll wheel to do it, but I will go back and destroy all of the extra blocks I'm placing. Yeah, kind of the method in the madness of this whole thing. But I'll see you when it's all completely and utterly completed. And so a little while later, I've gone ahead and gone round and added in as much detail as I possibly could with the blocks that I had. Obviously I still have to go around and clear up some of the extra ones that I placed and all of that stuff, and I'm also missing a bunch of blocks as well, but luckily we can go ahead and head back to the end anyway. It just adds just that subtle bit of detail, gives the walls a little bit more of a different feel to them, as it's opposed to just having it all just nice and new thing. It kind of makes the area look more aged, even though it is brand new and just been built. So it gives the idea and the contrast that the area has been there for years, when in reality it's only been there 5 minutes. But it gives the idea of that, and it makes it look quite nice. And it's not too in your face, it is quite subtle. Obviously you can see it because I'm pointing it out, but if you just walk past, it just looks really, really nice. But I've also gone ahead and cleared out the areas in here, which are the tunnels, and that is because I'm going to change the floor in these towers to spruce. The theme is going to be old school, it's going to be spruce, but unfortunately I have gone ahead and run out of spruce, apart from the odd couple of ones in here. I'm pretty sure I had some more down here, but I am going to be going ahead and planting a bunch more of the big trees over in the area down in here, and then hopefully we can get a bunch of big spruce trees and stuff. This area I'm not too worried about how it looks and stuff, because obviously it's the industrial area, so I'm not too bothered about it. So we can have the ground and the grass look not very nice, but I'm pretty sure these will grow without the need for me to touch them. I wanted to see if I had any gunpowder. Not really, I think I'm a little bit too far away from this to get it working, but hopefully some of the areas do, some of these trees grow. But basically I'm going to spend a little while going ahead and getting all of the resources required to build some of the inside of the castle. Obviously I'm going to see if I can take out some creepers and stuff on the way, hence why I had rockets. If I get this idea, then you can get that. So yeah, basically I'm going to collect all the resources that I require for the next builds, and then as you can see the castle is coming together. Oh, it looks nice. I still need to finish some of the walls, some of the ceiling I think. Pretty sure I did anyway. Maybe I finished it all. Oh no, I didn't. I ran out about here. The ceiling will be brand new though, so I'm not too worried about that. I just wanted the walls to look a bit cracked and a little bit broken. But to give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing with the insides of these walls, I'm basically going to be taking the stone bricks that I have here, turning them into the stone brick walls, going ahead and flying back down here, grabbing myself the coal, getting myself a bunch of torches. I've got 40 now, that's quite a lot. And then because I got the iron farm, we can go ahead and take a stack of this, turn them into these, get a stack of the nuggets, and then we can go ahead and make a bunch of the lights, the lanterns. And the idea is, I'm gonna die, yeah, and the idea is that I've got keep inventory on. I did explain that in one of the first episodes, and what the idea is that I'm going to basically place something like this, and then every now and again, or in the corners, depending on how dark it is, I won't get a very good aspect of how dark it's going to be at the minute, because obviously I'm in the light parts. But for example, in the corners, obviously we're going into a tower now, which will have staircases in them, and they'll be able to go all the way up. But in the corners, I'll place one of these and place a lantern, which will hopefully light up this whole corner. But I think I'm going to have to do them sort of halfway down the tunnels as well. I'm not too sure if I want them kind of like this kind of vibe, or hanging. Hanging kind of looks kind of nice, because it's going to be dark in the tunnels. But they're basically going to fill in all of the areas like this with the spruce. Just go all the way down through all of the entirely tunnels and stuff. On these diagonals, I think I can just squeeze in a light every now and again to hopefully reduce the light level, well, increase the light level I should say, and then we can go ahead and make the castle all safe and everything. I'll also go ahead and head to the stronghold and grab a bunch more of the cracked and mossy stuff as well, but I'll let you guys understand that this is going to take a tedious amount of time, and I don't really feel like you guys would be very interested and enjoy watching that, but it gives you an idea of basically what I'm going to be doing as well, so, and I thought you'd be interested in that. But yeah, I'll see you guys once it's done. And once again, a little while later, we are back, and I have gone ahead and finished up all of the walls. I've added in all of the lights. I'm just going to go ahead and wander around the inside of the area, just to show you the idea of what I was talking about. Obviously, if I walked through here and there was just the ordinary stone brick blocks, you would see that most of the area would be quite boring and quite bland. I've tried to make it as light as possible, but not overdo it with the lanterns and stuff, but of course Minecraft is one of those things where the lights need to be there so the monsters don't spawn. But as you can see, if I just walked through this normally, you would just see stone brick, and it wouldn't be very detailed, it wouldn't be very interesting or anything to look at. But on both sides you can see the wall is aged and of course has some moss growing on it to show that it's a little bit more of a medieval kind of castle. And as you can see, I've used the lanterns, which I think give it a nice sort of old feel and vibe to it. I've tried not to go too hard on them and place too many, but of course I probably have, but most of it is the light restraints, as I need the lights so that the monsters don't spawn, especially the creepers. I've almost had a couple blow up while making this, but as you can see, it gives the atmosphere in here of a very nice area and all of that stuff. And that is basically what it looks like. It's very subtle, I know. Not too sure if I want to make the upstairs of this thing also have the thing, but I might leave it as stone, as it's part of the actual castle wall, if that makes sense. And obviously the wall is now fully constructed, and even on the inside of the castle you can see the wall is aged and everything as well, which I think it gives a very old school kind of vibe. For those who are wondering about statistics, because I know that people are wondering, if I go into my items, you can see I've crafted 2,000 spruce planks and used, as in placed, 949 times, and I've dropped 4 times and mined 30 times. If I go down to my stone, which should be down here somewhere, well, infested mossy, that's not what I want. I need the cobblestone, or the stone. This is infested, cracked stone. So stone. I have mined, right, 9,000, I think that said. Yeah, 23,000 and something. I can't remember what the statistic was, but mined 23,000 blocks of stone. And I think I've mined a lot more dirt as well. Yeah, 19,000 dirt, so, and I've placed like 17,000 dirt or something ridiculous like that, but I've mined 23,000 blocks of stone, carving out the area for this castle, which I think is absolutely insane and crazy. But let's work on something else as well in this episode. Obviously we've done the walls now. The walls aren't completely finished, as you can see I haven't really detailed them, and of course with the what should we call it, the castles up here, the towers, which we can actually go ahead and get up into. I actually can't remember if No, I haven't done it yet. But I was going to do it so that we can indeed go ahead and get up into the castle walls. Let me just get rid of all this stuff that's in here. Get rid of all this cracked and stuff, and now I can go ahead and find my ladders that I had somewhere. Or I can just make more. Making more is probably easier, he says, even though he's definitely crafted a bunch of ladders and he just doesn't know where they all gone. But yeah, you can go ahead and get to the top of the castle ladders and the castle. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Wait, does it say mossy cobblestone? Yeah. But we're also going to use a dungeon. We're going to make a dungeon as well, which is going to be really cool to start making the dungeons and stuff. But we can go ahead and head up here, and I think I wanted the entrance to the top of these to be similar to everything else, and I was just going to place one of these on every single corner, like so. For now, hopefully I can jump my way across, but there will be ladders in this one as well, so we can get up the top. And it gives quite a nice overview of the land. Of course, that one over there, obviously when it's the same height as these, it will give a really nice overlook of the industrial area, as I casually fall in here. I need parkour now. There we go. It'll give a nice view of the area, and then of course that's the industrial area it'll have a nice view of, and then the tower that's over here on the other side, closest to where the districts are going to be, will have a lovely view of the districts over here. And of course the dungeon will have an entrance that goes straight down into there, straight down into here, which will access the dungeon area, which will be underneath the castle. Not too sure what I want to put down there, but I want to build a dungeon anyway because I think they are really, really, really cool and ideal to think. But let's go ahead and add in some more details. I want to add in more windows and stuff into the wall as well. Just little ones, maybe like one of these every now and again, sort of random, dotted around as well, just to give the wall a nicer look and feel during the day as well. But let's go ahead and build some of the inside of the castle. I do need to go ahead and head down to the other end, and now let's start planning everything out. And with blocks collected, we are now ready to start on the first little area. So we've gone ahead and placed in the water source area here, which will give us a nice starting area for the little farm area that I'm going to put in this corner here. Now obviously we're going to have a path, which obviously comes from the main area in like so, obviously heading over to this door, as well as going over sort of this side a little ways and heading into a sort of gated sort of area. So the farms are obviously going to be the standard ones in Minecraft. They're going to touch the wall. They're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this will be where a block of water is. And then there'll be the sort of, well, actually I kind of don't want them to be standardized, but at the same time there needs to be a path that sort of heads its way into the corner over here. Which is of course where a door will be. So that will sort of meander its way that way. And then basically the idea is to try and wanted to leave a gap. So we leave a gap from the path of like 1 block, but everything else can be, I'm going to get that out of my inventory before I use up all my rockets. Everything else can be turned into farmland. And then we'll be able to see where the water needs to be, and we're going to put lily pads in the water. So we need water there, which will hopefully make all this nice. And we can put water in the corner as well, in this very corner. And then we can have, probably want the water touching the wall, don't we, really? Like, realistically, the water needs to touch the wall and not be too kind of abrupt in being in the way. I think we can get away with it over here, being a little bit more sporadic, and the farm's going to come up to about here, and there's going to be a fence in here, which I can put in now, because it's just going to be a spruce fence, which will go from here and then sort of meander its way. There's going to be a gate here. Every single thing in. Like so. And then we can have the entrance in there as well. Might as well just do a stack one. I just used up all the wood, but that's okay. And then obviously the path will come like that as well. And then the path sort of meanders in, and everything in here will then be turned into farmland. Obviously trying to stick to the 1 block away from the path rule. Obviously you need to keep running back for water. But the idea is the whole area here is going to be farmland. Hopefully everything works as well. Hopefully everything does kind of interact with each other. Hopefully there's enough water to go around all of the crops. And obviously we'll have villagers roaming up here as well, so hopefully that will look quite nice. We're going to have a mix of all different crops up here. We're going to have wheat, we're going to have potatoes, we're going to have carrots. It's going to be a bit random, but I think that will make it look quite nice as well at the same time. So it looks like the farmers that are up here aren't just planting 1 crop, they're planting a bit of everything. But let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think of my idea of what's going on up here. The lily pads kind of doesn't make sense, I do know, but it just means that when I run through here, I won't have to worry too much about it. about falling into the water. And as soon as there's like wheat and potatoes and carrots and stuff up here, remember, I'm not going to be using this as a farm per se. It's just for aesthetic purposes. I will fix these as well. I'll do for now for seeds and stuff. We'll get up top and work out where we want everything anyway to go. It's coming together though. I think once it's all constructed and built and stuff, it will look very nice. So I have the wheat side there, plant some potatoes, and some carrots. Remember, it's going to be random, so, but kind of placed in like batches at the same time. I kind of like the idea of it being random. Like, random is just good to me. Of course, we can put like lights on the stuff as well, because we need the lights to make everything grow as well, which I obviously always forget. Fill this corner with carrots. Do the rest with some more potatoes. And obviously this will grow and it will look like a lovely little farm, and then we can get some farmers in here and then they can start farming everything. I do actually need some more lights actually. Maybe I can steal some coal. Steal some coal, get some torches. Remember, we're going to need lots of lanterns, so I'm not too worried about this. Let's just go to sleep so that the zombies and stuff don't get me too much. I mean, they're coming. Although I am more worried about that happening more than anything. definitely more worried about the creepers blowing it all up. I can't even steal any dirt because the mountain is like exactly how I would like it. In fact, it's no, really not how I would like it. Because I want it to be natural, but I also don't want it to be like really ugly at the same time. Oh, that's a perfect amount of dirt left as well. So I think this came out to about here. And then the path was more like that. I don't really mind actually though. A bit better in it. And then we could place the lanterns on the entrance like this. As well. And a little bit randomly as well. Especially on this corner. It should light up quite a lot as well. Of this little area anyway. But I think this is a good little start. I feel like there's something missing here. Either the path is hasn't gone close enough, or the grass is still kind of empty. But I also need to obviously place in the lights that kind of guide you to the corner. Put another one like here. So you got a little path that leads you to the corner, which is where the double door will be. Put that into place as well. Make sure we get those in. I'm going to do 6 doors because we're going to need a lot of doors overall. Obviously everything will grow over time. Make sure that the floor matches where the doors are going to go. And then that's where the doors are, in the corner. And then this is going to be the pain one, because the doors need to be not on the diagonal, or it won't look right. I don't know if I want it to be open like this. I haven't decided yet on that particular one. Of course, this one over here, we can do like this. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I've got time for in today's episode, unfortunately. But if we head to the top of the tower, you can see a lovely... Actually, I should probably head with my own little tower. As you can see, we have made a great start in this backhand corner here. Obviously, it still all needs to grow and everything, but obviously all the detailing is now done on the castle wall as well. And of course, we now have a little farm set up in the corner here. I hope you guys did enjoy it nonetheless, and I'll see you guys in the next one, where we can go ahead and potentially even start building the animal pen, which will be sat behind me. I have sheep, cows, pigs, chickens, all sorts in that corner over there, in like an old school kind of barn theme as well. And I hope you guys do leave some suggestions down below as well of what you'd like me to build next. I'll see you guys next time.